Hey everybody, it's Chase with AVA Pop Culture again, and today we are digging into 10 forgotten flicks that definitely deserve their moment in the spotlight. We have everything from some scary horror films to some neo-noir type beautiful cinematography laden films. We have heartwarming family films and everything in between. And as different as all these films are, they all have one thing in common, and that is you probably missed them, and you definitely shouldn't have. So pop that tape in. I got you. Let's go do this. All right, so 10 hidden gem movies from across all genres. These are just movies that I really dig, and I think you will too. Now, I will put links down here to where you can get these, where you can buy them on physical media, where you can try before you buy. I just want you to check out these movies because they deserve to be watched. And with that, let's jump right in here. Now, these are not ranked in any kind of order. Impossible to rank these against each other. But we have 10 here, and we are starting with one that was actually recommended to me by my buddy Kane and Becker over at Ghost Pirate Entertainment. He did a video recently where he recommended that you go and watch a movie called 8 for Silver, also known as The Cursed.
We will all pay for the sins made by our elders.
Now, this movie is from 2021, and this gothic horror film flew way under the radar. I missed it, and this movie is right up my alley. So it happens to us all. Hidden gems squeak by under the radar, and this is even a werewolf film. It's set in 19th century France, and The Cursed, as it was retitled, reimagines like werewolf lore as a haunting curse that creeps in like a fog over this village in the most brutal ways. This is like if Robert Eggers was allowed to direct a Hammer film. That's what you get here. If you love movies like The Witch or Brotherhood of the Wolf, things like that, that is definitely going to be your vibe here. This thing is just balls to the wall. It's got silver teeth. It's got just total dreamlike violence in it. It's tragic, and it is criminally underseen. This is a high recommend, and I want to thank Kane and Becker over at Ghost Pirate Entertainment for turning me on to this one, and I told him that I would pass it along to you. You need to check out The Cursed from 2021. It checks in at number 10 on this list. Now, coming in next on the list is another one that has a big cast, but was very easy to miss. But man, when you watch this thing, the cinematography is going to take you over. I'm talking about 2018's Terminal.
Say whatever you want.
Oh, well, that is a very poor choice of words.
Now, this stars Margot Robbie. You've got Simon Pegg in this film. You've even got Michael Myers in this film. Mike Myers is in here. And this is the one. This is the one for you cinematography hounds out there. It's a neon, rain-soaked fever dream. Stars Margot Robbie as a mysterious femme fatale who's sort of pulling the strings behind the tail of assassins. You've got assassins here. You've got deception. You've got revenge. It's part film noir, part comic book. It is 100% stylish. The story is a little bit of a mixed bag of a labyrinth that kind of takes you through, but the visuals in this film carry the day. They are absolutely stunning. Margot Robbie owns this film and has a over-the-top sort of theatrical performance that is deliciously wrong. Like, I mean, it is a mix of Sin City and Kill Bill with a legit splash of the Twilight Zone in here mixed in for the weirdness and sort of otherworldly feel. Neon everywhere. I'm a sucker for neon. Streets lit. This thing is beautiful to look at. You need to check it out, if nothing else, for the cinematography. The visuals are stunning, but Terminal comes in at number 9. Now, next up on this list is one that goes back to 1990, and this one was actually directed by Martin Sheen. I am talking about Cadence.
That's the sound of the man working on the chain. One more.
Now, this one is an underrated sort of military drama. A lot of people don't think about. It was directed and stars Martin Sheen. It also stars Charlie Sheen in the lead role in here, who is a rebellious soldier who's thrown in the stockade with a group of black inmates. And what starts out as kind of a military prison drama slowly becomes a powerful drama that has a lot of feel-good moments about brotherhood. It deals with some racial tension and what is really underneath all that, which is human connection. It is a very emotional and just superbly well acted film, because you've got Martin Sheen, Charlie Sheen, and a younger Lawrence Fishburne in here playing the leads. Don't let the obscurity of this one fool you. This movie will stick with you, especially when you start hitting that that's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. Then it just pulls you in and you feel this brotherhood. Acting is incredible. This is one that I have watched and known about for a long time. Was just looking for the right moment to share it with you. It is here on this list of unseen and underseen hidden gems. It comes in at number 8. Now, number 7 on this list is one that is kind of a sci-fi rom-com. Yes, you heard that right. A sci-fi rom-com. I'm talking 2009's Timer.
Ryan, you like me, right?
Yes, definitely.
But what's the point in continuing without a guarantee?
Now, this one stars Emma Caulfield, who is famous from being on Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show. I think she was in Darkness Falls. And I was actually talking to her at the time that this movie was made. She actually helped share an Indiegogo for one of my independent films and donated to it. And I had just heard about this movie from her, and I watched it, and this movie really leans into the sci-fi aspect of love, because it's set in kind of this other present, sort of alternate present, where a device can be put on your wrist that will tell you the exact time and date that you are going to meet your soulmate. So it is a very clever indie rom-com with a very heavy sci-fi twist. The only problem is, what if you get this timer and yours is blank? Are you never going to meet the person? It's kind of got some 500 Days of Summer vibes to it, which in some ways is okay, but it's got a little bit of Black Mirror to it. It's kind of Twilight Zone type concept that kind of plays with the thoughtful idea of destiny and all of those kind of things, true love, living in the moment. It's all here. It kind of questions all that from a very funny and heavy sci-fi aspect. If you're looking for something a little lighter but still has a little Twilight Zone-y type twist to it, I definitely recommend checking out Timer from 2009. It comes in at number 7 on this list.
Thought you could take over our world. Your kind knows no decency.
Planet 51 from 2009 is a lot of fun. I don't normally recommend animated stuff, right? But this one just kind of hits all of the nostalgic notes on here for me. You have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson voicing the lead character in here. You're going to, of course, recognize a lot of other voices in here, like Justin Long. But an astronaut lands on an alien planet only to discover that he is the alien. So Planet 51 sort of flips the sci-fi script. It has a lot of cool, I like the animation in this one. It's not over the top, it's not weird looking, it's a very cool looking animation style. But what I really dig about this one is this alien planet is basically years behind ours. He lands in their atomic era 1950s where they're obsessed with sci-fi and other planets, and it's their version of what our stuff looked like in the 1950s. But if you're a sci-fi horror fan, you are going to see so many things in this movie that are Easter eggs that are going to just call out to you, down to the dog being a little xenomorph alien. There is so much like 50s sci-fi horror goodness wrapped up into this thing. It is a lot of fun for the whole family. But adults, especially like older adults that are horror film fans, sci-fi fans, you are going to find Easter eggs and tips of the cap to you all over the place. I love that kind of thing. I think this movie does it flawlessly. It has a great feel to it. Planet 51 from 2009 is one that definitely needs to be watched. Now, going a little bit further back, we have 1997's For Richer or Poorer. This one stars Tim Allen and Kirstie Alley as two sort of self-made but now spoiled rich people from the city, business owners. They have everything except for a happy marriage. And apparently they also do not have a legitimate accountant because he has been defrauding the IRS on their behalf. And now they are on the run from the IRS. They have no money, no belongings, nowhere to go. So they end up hiding out in an Amish community where they assume the identity of some relatives that these people have not actually met in person. They've only communicated with via letter. So this is a very fun and ridiculous fish out of water story. It's going to lead to tons of misunderstandings, worlds colliding, because the Amish are living anything but the spoiled lifestyle of rich city people. The chemistry in this one between Kirstie Alley and Tim Allen is absolute comedy gold. There are some great comedy set pieces and setups. I actually always think this one is very underrated. It's a feel-good movie to me. If you're looking for a fun, light, sort of date night type movie, For Richer or Poorer is one that a lot of people kind of missed, but I highly recommend. You are going to laugh and laugh and laugh, and that makes it all worth it. For Richer or Poorer from 1997 checks in at number 5. Now, turning it back to a little bit scary, definitely scary, and a little bit heavy here with some cosmic sort of Lovecraftian type horror, we go to 2004's Dead Birds.
You need to tell me if there's someone else in this house.
This is a Civil War era horror western. Yeah, sign me up. Those things together. I was introduced to this film recently by my buddy over at Video Goulash, Chance, who makes movies with me. This one is about a group of outlaws who rob a bank and they hide out in an abandoned plantation-style house, only to discover that once they are there, they are almost in this otherworldly sort of pocket dimension. They've crossed over into something else. It's not the Twilight Zone, but it is definitely a Lovecraftian type horror experience. This thing blends supernatural terror with sort of period piece style drama. You've got some pretty gruesome gore in here that will take you by surprise, some gnarly creature effects. This is another one that if you liked movies like The Witch or The Others and Bone Tomahawk, if you kind of combine those together and you throw in something like Color Out of Space with this sort of otherworldly, other dimensional type thing, you kind of get Dead Birds. It has just loads of atmosphere, a grim setting, and an ending that is like a bad, bad dream. Dead Birds is a very high recommend, one that has snuck under the radar for a lot of people, including me, until recently. I don't want you to miss it, So it comes in on this list at number 4. Going from one movie that stars Michael Shannon, Dead Birds, he's in that film, to another one that people just, I don't know how this one gets missed a lot. I don't hear people talk about it, but 2012's The Iceman is definitely a hidden gem that you need to check out. Based on a true story of the contract killer, and I think I'm going to say his name right, it's Richard Kuklinski. Anyway, he is the Iceman, and he is a brutal but totally cold yet captivating killer. And this movie is the same. It's brutal, it's cold, but it's totally captivating. And Michael Shannon plays that role with perfection. He's got his trademark sort of quiet, menacing way about him. He is terrifying, but somehow still very sympathetic, as he is this killer who has become a family man, and he will go to great lengths to protect his new status as a family man and that family that he now has. It is a killer story. Literally, this thing also stars Ray Liotta, Winona Ryder. You've got Chris Evans. The cast is stacked in here. And this is one of the performances from Shannon that just cements him as one of the better actors working today. This one's one that you really need to check out. If you like things like Thief, if you like movies like this, if you're a fan of Michael Shannon, just give this one a chance. It's a bit under the radar, even with all that cast, but it is totally worth your time. I'm not even the biggest crime drama type guy, but man, being based on a true story and seeing the performances, this one pulled me right in. So make sure that you check out The Iceman. Now, coming in at number 2, we go a little bit lighter, but we stay in the horror genre for one that's just, I gotta admit, this one's just right up my alley. I'm a big 80s fan. If you follow this channel, you're gonna learn that. I love the 80s, but I love finding new stuff too that kind of gives me the nostalgia for those things. I've talked about Summer of 84 recently. That's a high recommend. It's not on this list, but it's on some others. But one that kind of has those vibes a little bit, not as much heart, but a lot of style, is 2023's Totally Killer.
I'd like to report a crime that hasn't happened yet. Have you seen the movie Back to the Future?
Hate time travel movies. They never make any sense.
This one is so much fun. Totally Killer, it is very self-aware. It is like Back to the Future meets Scream, and it basically says so in the movie. So you have a teen girl who travels back to 1987 to stop a serial killer from striking again. Her parents survived the serial killer attacks back in the day, and now she's back there with them back in time. It plays with all the 80s throwbacks, all that kind of stuff. You're going to get all the 80s pop culture references that you need, but it plays with the slasher tropes in a very kind of surprising way. The final girl is cool. She is cool, even though she's time hopping. It's twisty. Time travel hook is a little bit something different. You have a good time with this one, but don't let it fool you. You have some serious, gory, violent slasher kills in this one. This movie is just a lot of fun. It gives you some of those 80s vibes back. Good old horror slasher, a good time. Everyone's in on it, but it delivers in the kills and the violence, all that. If you're looking for it, it kind of checks all the boxes. Maybe it's a little bit style over substance, but I don't care. It brought enough of those things, and I think it will for you too, in order for you to just have a blast, let go, and discover a new horror that tips its cap to all those old horror films that we love. So for that reason, Totally Killer from 2023 comes in on this list at number 2. And despite saying that I didn't really rank these, if I was really ranking them, the final one, the number 1 on this list, is one that I consider to be one of the most perfect jobs of cinematic storytelling and perfect script writing ever. The movie is that good, and unfortunately, a lot of people never saw it. I'm talking about 2003's Secondhand Lions. This is the most sweetest, heartwarming movie that most of you never saw. Now, it stars a stacked cast because you have Michael Caine, you have Robert Duvall, you have Haley Joel Osment in here, you have Kira Sedgwick is in this movie. There are a lot of faces to recognize in this film. And it tells the story of a shy little boy played by Haley Joel Osment, whose mother is kind of no good. She leaves him with his two eccentric uncles for the summer, played by Michael Caine and Robert Duvall. And she sets him on an adventure to discover their hidden treasure, because the rumor amongst the family is these guys who have been all over the world, seen and done it all, have amassed this great fortune that they're hiding. And it's all about growing up. It's about learning to be a man. And it is deeply moving. Some of the stories in here, there is a section of writing, and I hope that I'm going to be able to put it in here because it's kind of long, but I'm going to try to put it in here. It's one of the best pieces of script writing I have ever seen.
Hub McCann. I've fought 2 world wars and countless smaller ones on 3 continents. I've led thousands of men into battle with everything from horses and swords to artillery and tanks. I've seen the headwaters of the Nile and tribes of natives no white man had ever seen before. I've won and lost a dozen fortunes, killed many men, and loved only one woman with a passion a flea like you could never begin to understand. That's who I am.
Now, hopefully I'm able to put it in here. Hopefully I was able to put it in here because everyone needs to see it. Just gives you a taste of what this movie is. It is very adventurous. It's a little scary, a little risk-taking. You get to see all these beautiful flashbacks, just gorgeous cinematography and settings, and you learn something over the course of this film, not only about these guys and this kid, but about yourself and what it means to really, really live. And that's what I got for you today. 10 awesome movies that deserve a watch. If you've seen any of these, let me know. If you haven't, please, I do recommend these. I think you will enjoy them. They run the gamut. There's a little something from everyone. Or if you're like me, you could watch them all in a row and love them all. Horror, comedy, family films, it does not matter. If it's a good film, it's a good film, and I'm going to find it and bring it to you. But you know the drill. Please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. We're chasing 20,000 subscribers as I sit here right now. We're almost there in just over a year. That is a huge accomplishment, and I thank you all so much. If you enjoyed this, we do all kinds of things here, lists and rankings and recommendations like this, 4K reviews, physical media news, all that stuff from a fan and filmmaker's perspective. I work on movies. That's what I've done for a couple of decades, and I love talking movies with you. If you want to help support what we're doing here, you can join the Patreon. That link is below. Get your name and lights on every single video, behind-the-scenes looks at my filmmaking, special members-only videos, and so much more, and it all goes back to this channel, and I really do appreciate it. But until next time, be kind, rewind like always. This is Chase with AV Pop Culture, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.
I know.